Hey, everybody, let's go here. Time to head home. What's up, everybody? Good afternoon. 3:39 here, sunny California. 80 degrees outside. Heading home. Okie dokie. Oh, how's everybody doing? Another day in the books. So here we go. Well, I can't read the chat right now. I'll read it later on. When I get home or whenever I get a chance. I have to stop anywhere. But whoever comes in, we'll see if we can get anybody in here. Don't forget to hit the like button, everybody. Like and share. Spread the love. And don't forget to hit the like button and the reminder. And if you're not subscribed to me, well, subscribe if you like what you see. You know, I got all kinds of different kind of videos. There's trip videos. There's insect videos, spiders, animals, all kinds of different kinds. Hopefully this thing is working. Let's see here how it goes. Well, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, we're talking about my sister when she destroyed the couch with the knife. And my grandma, she used to do a lot of baking and stuff. My grandma, she loved to bake, sew, knit, did all kinds of things. I remember she made a Snoopy cake on top of its house. It came out pretty good. She used to do wedding cakes also. She made like different tiers. She had a setup where it had four cakes around, and then it had one, two, four tiers up. The biggest one up to the smallest one. Wedding groom and bride. And she used to sell them. Then she used to, hey, came in, welcome. She used to sell the cakes, and she used to also cook. She used to make donuts and donuts. She made buñuelos, like a tortilla. You deep fry it, then you put molasses, sugar and molasses over them, and you eat them. You find them a lot when during Christmas. During Christmas time, find them. And what else? He wants to kill somebody here. Jesus. Okay. So she used to make buñuelos, and then she used to sell them like so much for a dozen. I used to have to go deliver them. So I'm like, come on, let's go deliver them. Then she made donuts, powdered donuts, sugar, She used to make tamales, not for sale, just for us to eat. And then I remember she used to make tamales all the time. And it was like, oh my God. We started making tamales like right after Thanksgiving. And then almost every day she'd be making, another batch of it. And pretty soon you eat so many tamales, you start getting sick of them. I mean, I got to the point where I couldn't even stand the smell of the tamales because oh my God, I felt like throwing up. And I remember one time we went to a field, a cornfield, and they were gonna plow it because they already pretty much got all the corn out of there that they could market, and then the rest of it, it wasn't. It was still good corn, it was just that it wasn't good for the market. So then the owner said, "Yeah, you can go in there and get whatever you want." So hey, welcome. Make sure you hit the like button, share. Everybody, have a good day. Yeah. So then we went in there with some of those sacks. We had some sacks like potato sacks, the 100-pound sacks. And she's all like, "Get some corn." We got so much corn that day. We ended up with like 200-pound sacks of potato sacks of corn. Took it home, and then we started. We cleaned them up, and then we put them. She had one of these freezers. She had a big, tall freezer. I think it was at least 6 foot. Kind of like the size of a refrigerator, but it was all freezer. And she put all the corn in there, and then just like the tamales, man, we were eating corn, and corn was starting to come out of our ears, and it was so much corn all the time. It was good, but geez, we had so much corn in the freezer, like, oh, gotta eat the corn, So what's for lunch? Corn. What's for dinner? Corn. At least we didn't get corn for breakfast. And then I remember one time she used to always lose her glasses. And she's like, I can't find my glasses, my grandma. Grandma was saying, "Where's my glasses?" And I'm like, "Grandma, they're on top of your head because she used to put them on top of her head." And then she, "Oh, okay." And another time, she like couldn't find her glasses again, but this time she wasn't wearing them. So where the heck are where's my glasses at? She couldn't find her glasses. And then she like, man, where was I at last? So she kept looking. She opens up the refrigerator and they're sitting on one of the shelves. The glasses are. So I guess she took the glasses off, put them on the shelf to get something out of there, and then she just closed the door and forgot about them. But, that was funny. And then she was very outgoing. She made, she would even make clothing. You know, in fact, she made my mom's wedding gown. I mean, yeah, and if she had a mold, she could do anything. Or a recipe, she would make anything. And it would come out good. So she's like made that, and then she had those foster kids that she used to take care of. And then the foster kids, they were like, hey, we were in high school, and then how you take home economics, like it was like half a year. Because half a year they would give you like history, and the other half it was home ec. And in home ec, they teach how to cook and how to sew. So he comes home, one of the guys, and he's like, "Hey, Grandma, I need to make a." They wanted me to make a shirt, not a T-shirt. They want me to shirt kind of like this, with a collar and everything. That's the hardest thing. Hardest thing you can do. Make a shirt, because it has to be perfect for the size, because it's not gonna stretch. Usually it's hard material. Plus, there's a lot of pieces. You got the collars a piece, the arms are pieces. Then you got the buttons. You gotta make the buttonholes. All that with the sewing machine. But my grandma showed him. Hey, you're doing it, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So yeah, he made a shirt, and it came out good. I mean, he got an A on the shirt. So she was good at teaching stuff. Then I remember one time she's always baking, so she's making cakes, or she used to make like roses or sugar stuff, with powdered sugar, and then do a mold, and then you turn it over, and then it would be, so you can put it on the cake for decoration, for say it was like a baby shower. They had bells and little shoes and stuff like that, baby shoes, and then you can put them on the cakes, and then she would frost the cake, and she'd always have frosting, there, and I was like, hey, Grandma, can I make the spoon, the frosting tastes good, So every time, hey, I'll make the spoon before I throw it in the sink, and I remember one time, I thought she had there. Oh, I'll take that. I thought it was frosting, but it wasn't. It wasn't frosting, and I took a big lick off of it. And I'm like, oh man, what the heck is that, Grandma? She's all, it's Crisco. I don't know if anybody knows what Crisco. It's like lard, basically, for cooking, but it's so white. It looks like frosting. And I was like, oh man, that was so terrible. It's like, never again. I always, after that, man, I always make sure I ask what it was. I was like, is this frosting, Grandma? Yeah, it's frosting. Okay, all right. So I was like, okay, I'll test it. I'll taste it. It's good. But yeah, I mean, she used to have an old, she used to drive a van also, like one of those Chevy vans, window vans. She would get a different vehicle pretty much like every 2 years, trip in, like this was back in the 70s. So you get another vehicle, so that way you have to worry about the warranty, still be under warranty. Almost kind of like leasing, I guess. Maybe they were leasing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was pretty young back then. Maybe they were leasing. They weren't buying, so that's I remember even my dad used to do that every 2 years. Just go get a new vehicle, turn in that one, get another vehicle. And I don't know how leasing worked back then. I know now it's like you can only put so many miles on it, the vehicle. Because if you put more miles, they charge you extra. If you damage it or anything, the good thing is my grandma didn't smoke. My dad, yeah, he did smoke. I mean, he was a smoker, always smoking. So but yeah, it's like, well, that time again, we get another vehicle, a station wagon. Back then, he had the station wagon. Kind of like the show, the 70s. I don't know if everybody's ever seen that show, the 70s. I love that show because it always remind me of, well, pretty much, I was in high school at the time, 70, like 76 till I graduated in 79, it was like, hey, and all the stuff that was on the show, you could relate to it because, it was the same thing, people, going to people's houses getting high, somebody's basement, we didn't have basement, we just had rooms, and then, my grandma had these foster kids, and then there was three brothers. Oh, she had a bunch of them because I mean, throughout the years, she had so many. She always loved taking care of kids. She even had a baby once, and she had other kids that were like a little bit older. In high school, getting out of high school. And then once we got the last couple of guys, kids that we got, they were in seventh grade. Seventh grade. It was three brothers, and I guess their mom abandoned them. Their dad passed away, or both of them died, and their uncle was taking care of them. But then he had kidney problems, and he ended up in the hospital, and he was in bad shape. So then they came over and they said, we're just staying a couple of weeks, until my uncle gets better. And I'm like, you know what? You're probably not going to be here in just a couple of weeks. You're going to probably be here, because the last guys that they said the same thing. They were there like about 2 years. And I told them, no, I think you guys are probably going to end up staying either 3 years or even more. Well, it happened to be that way. Their uncle kind of got too sick, and he pretty much passed away. So there was nobody. So foster kids, But at least with my grandma, she would get money for them, but she would always take care of them. Take care of the kids. She ended up like some parents that take care of foster kids. They have kids and kids and shit. My grandfather and my grandmother, she would always take care of them. They had to do like little chores, but not like slave drive. Pretty much it was just you had to do this, that, throw out the trash, clean your room, make sure you clean the shower, stuff like that. And the three brothers, two of them they were the same age as I was, so they were in the same class pretty much. So when I was in seventh grade, they were in seventh grade also. But then their brother, their brother was, I believe he was 2 years older than them, so he was a freshman in high school, and we used to go to school together, and first I used to ride my bike, but then after a while, then brother got a car, and so he pretty much drop us off at school, and then he'd go to high school, and then they pretty much grew up there with my grandmother. They were there their seventh and eighth grade. Then they went to high school, and we went to high school also. And in fact, they graduated. They graduated, and when they turned pretty much 18, they pretty much went on their own after that. Their bigger brother, while we were still in high school, he ended up joining the Marines. And when he would come and visit, he'd visit them. When he would get time off from the Marines, he'd come and visit them. And they would always call her grandma. Like family, because she was basically, the way she treated them was family. Every time they got their money, she would, hey, let's go. You guys got your money. Let's go get you your school clothes, your school stuff, paper, pencils, crayons, whatever they needed, then whatever after she got them everything that they needed, she would then use the rest, for food, groceries, whatever, toilet paper, whatever else was needed, because that's what that money was for, is to raise the kids. And then they I remember Christmas, when Christmas came around, my grandma, she would always, hey, take it to the store, and okay, guys, what do you want for Christmas? It wasn't like, oh, no, you could only have one. She would buy them, at least 4 or 5 gifts for Christmas, some nice ones, whatever they wanted. Back then we didn't have technology. There was no cordless phones. There was no Nintendos, none of that. So, and then I remember through high school, we used to basically, I remember brother, because her brother was still in high school when we were going to high school, because he was 2 years ahead of us. So when we were freshmen, I think he was a junior. So then he would give us a ride to school also. He bought a Mercury Marquis, big 2-door vehicle. And it was funny because we thought, oh, well, you guys want to ride? You have to supply money for gas, And then back then, gas was like 39 cents a gallon, But then the doggone car had a big engine, had like a 429 in it. That thing just slammed on the gas, and there goes the gas. So the gas was like it was cheap, but still, to fill it up, you needed. So we every time it was like, dude, why don't you fill up the tank? And he's all like, oh no, can't use all the money. Barely, like the needle would barely move. One time we ended up running out of gas, like almost getting to the gas station, had to push it right up to the gas station. It's like, please, come on, put at least $4 in it, $5. But yeah, he's all like, oh, and then he would drive the car around, waste the gas, and then he wanted us to pay for his gas also. So that was funny. We'd always do that. But so then he finally, he graduated. He was graduating from high school. And then he goes, you know what? I'm gonna go into the Marines. You know, he's all, I want to get rid of the car. Can you get rid of the car? And I said, hey, you know what? I'll buy it. I used to go summers. I used to go to my aunt's house. You know, she lived in L.A., El Monte, and she used to have a Grand Central Market. Used to have a food stand. So I used to work. She would pay me. I mean, I wouldn't get paid very much. I used to get paid like it was like $60, $60 a week at first. Then she kind of raised it after the years. But yeah, I mean, I used to work at the market, and then when I come home, she go, hey, I cut the grass, and fix it up. So we, fix up the grass, front and back of the house. And then, so she said, hey, well, I started, and then I was like, you know what? Then I started figuring out I figured out the hours, I said, you know what? I wonder how much money, this was back in the 70s. I'm like, I wonder how much money I'm making, I figured per hours, because I was, pretty much almost working like 12 hours a day, pretty much. And it was like, I figured it out. I'm like, damn, I'm getting paid like around 30, it would come out like about 39 cents an hour. I was like, Jesus, but then one of my aunts, oh, well, you should be grateful, because you're not charging you rent, for staying there. I go, yeah, but, it's like, hey, pay more money and I'll pay rent. But she did give me a little bit more money. I think later on she started paying me like $80 a week, and it was a little bit more money. And then I started saving my money, and I had some pretty good amount of money in the bank. I had almost had like $500 in the bank. So then when his name was Carlos, so like, you know what, he was gonna go to the Marines. And he's all like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the Marines, but I'm not gonna keep the car because it was old. It was a 1970 Mercury Marquis with 429 in it. Everything was electric, 2-door, and it had the electric engine in the back, electric seats, steering wheel, would go in and out, up and down. I mean, it had like, tilt steering and everything. I think the only thing it didn't have cruise control. But it was a nice car. It had nice seats still. The paint job, it did need a paint job. I mean, the paint was kind of faded. It had a black vinyl top on it, but it was blue. And then it had those lights that go down and close in the front. Then you would turn on the car, turn on the lights. And the lights would pop open. They're called like eyelash doors, and they would close up. So then I'm like, okay, so I told him, I go, hey, well, hey, why don't you sell me the car, And I go, well, how much? Oh, I go, hey, I got $500. And I'll give $500 for it. They're like, oh, sure, okay. So I got the car, and then I bought it. And the funny thing is, I didn't even have insurance. I didn't have insurance on it. I didn't even have a license. I didn't even have a driver's license yet. Because I was 16. And then so then I said, oh well, in high school you they back in the day they give you driver training for free. You have to pay for it. So that same year I took driver training, and it passed the class and everything. But then I still had to go get my driver license. So then and I used to drive the car back, I was driving it all over the place like that. And then I pick up some friends and go places, and they're like, hey man, aren't you afraid you're gonna get a ticket? I go, for what? I go, what are they gonna do? Take away my license? I don't have a driver's license. That was my thought. What are they gonna do? Take away my license? I don't have one. So and then I remember one day, because I forgot about the tags of the car, because I would always drive, real good and careful, and then one day I was going to the gas station, pulling into the gas station, and then right as I'm pulling up to the gas station, I see a highway patrol. Highway patrol's behind me. Shit, man, what the hell did I do? I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I signaled, and I wasn't speeding or anything, I was being very careful. Then I'm sitting, I open the door, and then the CHP comes to the door, and he goes, are you gonna put gas? I go, yeah. And it was in one of those gas stations where you put the gas, and then at the end you drive to the little house, and then you pay the guy. So then I'm like, yeah, I was gonna put gas. Oh, okay. He goes, you know what? He goes, when you go to the gas station, when you go put gas, man, it's just work over there up ahead, and I'll be waiting for you. So they said, oh, okay. Shit, man. Wonder what he hadn't told me what I did wrong. So I'm like, shit. Well, so I, filled up that's the thing, the car, man, when I got it, man, I used to fill up the tank completely, It was, about, it was 39 cents, like 39 cents back then. So I would put like, it's about $20, more. And the thing is, so I went over there, paid, parked the car, and then the CHP comes, hey, can I see your registration and driver license? Well, I got the registration. I go, it's in my name. I go, but I have no driver license. So what do you mean you have no driver license? Oh, I go, I have my my learner's permit. I go, I already passed the class, in high school, So I just got to go take the test and do the driving. He goes, oh, okay, all right. So I go like, it's okay. He goes, well, the reason I'm giving you a ticket, and it's only a fixed ticket, he goes, but your tags are expired. So, oh man, oh, yes, I forgot to get them, renewed, And then so I said, oh, okay, well, I'll get the ticket. And then he goes, well, I'm gonna have to give you a ticket also for not having a driver license. He goes, but, and then plus I was a juvenile. I wasn't even an adult, so I wasn't even gonna see a regular judge for the ticket. I was gonna go to juvenile court. And then so he's all like, well, I'm gonna do this because I don't think you're a bad driver. You didn't do anything wrong, and I pretty much think you know what you're doing. He goes, but luckily the guy was pretty cool, and he even let me drive the car home. He goes, you know what? I'm gonna let you drive the car home, but don't drive it anymore without your license, okay? Because then you're gonna get in trouble. You're not gonna be able to get your license. He goes, oh, okay. So he goes, but I'm gonna write on the ticket. So when you go to court, you see the juvenile court judge. I'm gonna put on there that if you bring your license, that you already passed and everything, they're gonna drop all the charges. So you're not gonna get a ticket, or you're not gonna get nothing. And I'm like, oh, okay, he was a pretty cool CHP guy. So I said, okay. So I did. I mean, I went over there. I took the test. I think the first time I took it, because back then you could miss five questions, and then I think I missed six, but then the lady goes, "Oh, well, you missed, you're almost there. But you know what? I'm going to ask you one of the questions." He goes, "If you answer it correctly now, then you can you pass." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right." So I did answer it correctly, so I ended up passing. And did the driving. The driving was like easy, like I think the only thing I messed up on the driving was that she said was that I did like California stops. I didn't stop completely. No, it wasn't that. It was like I was cutting the corners. I was, you know, cut the corners on the turns. And then the other thing is they would, they take you to a spot and then they make you back up. It goes, okay, mark right here now, back up. Well, I mean, I backed up using my mirrors, but you're supposed to put your hand like on the armrest, well, not on the armrest, but it was a bucket seat, so you put your hand on the seat basically and look back when you're backing up. Basically, what they want you to do. So he goes, "I'll drop some points there," but he goes, "You pass." So I did get my license. So I went, showed the judge, and went, "Oh yeah, okay, that's good. You did what the officer said, and no foul, no penalty." So, and then ever since then, I've been driving since I was 16. And then the thing is, I've always it was always easy for me to drive. I mean, when I took the driving, like the school driving, I remember the teacher, the instructor, is all like, "Hey, go over to the donuts." It was Winchell's Donuts, I think. And then he went to go get a coffee and donuts, and then he put his coffee there on the dash. And he goes, "Don't spill my coffee." And I'm like, I had to drive on the driveway, make sure. And then, I mean, I didn't have a problem. And then he was reading he wasn't even looking. He was reading his coffee. So, yeah, change lane, There was another girl's turn because it was three of us in the car. It was another girl's turn. And then came the third guy not driving. I mean, he was like, we were like, stepping on the brakes, and he's like going back and forth, and then the guy goes, "Oh, no, stop, pull over." I pulled him over, and then he told me to take over, and then he told me to went to like a dirt area, like a dirt lot. And he goes, "Here, okay, now let him drive again." And he gets in the seat again. And then he goes, "Okay, go start driving according to park." Starts driving. And then he goes, "Okay, when I tell you, he goes, turn right, then turn left, turn right." Doing that to him. Go back, forth, and then he goes, "Okay, now drive straight." And he fixes problems. Shit doesn't kill us, And then after that, he was driving pretty good. He passed the class too. But I mean, some people are that way. Steering wheel, and that's the worst thing to do because you're gonna end up flipping the car over. So it's like, oh man, you gotta do it right. So So then after that, then I had the car. So I used to tell the guys, hey, you know what, I'll go. Give me money, a little bit of money for gas, a couple bucks, But I always had the car filled up anyway, so we were never going to run out of gas, So it was like. And then I used to drive the car, and then I remember one time we went to a soccer game. It was like about an hour, like 90 miles away. Drove over there, and then drove all the way back, And then I was like, and then back then I would never even check the tires in the car, or the alignment, stuff like that. Maintenance. I mean, I didn't know how to do stuff because I did do the. Those cars, they had the distributor that had points and condenser, and I replaced those, no wires and smart plugs, to make it run better, better gas mileage. I mean, I think the car felt sick, the first time I filled it up, it was like, oh. And then sometimes when you put cheap gas, like you would like turn it off and it would like keep running still. It was funny because then you have to stick it in gear to turn it off because also just keep running. You would turn the key off and the engine would just keep going and going. It was like the cheap gas. That's why the octane was too low. So it was funny because then at the end, I would put it in gear and put the brakes on, and I would turn it off, and it would turn off, and then some say backfire at the end, turning off. But it was funny. And then after a while, back in the car, school all the time. And then graduated from high school. And then I took the car up north. No, actually, I took it to automotive school. And then, it ran good. The only thing is the heater core was messed up on it. It was leaking, but then, it cost too much money to fix that. So just plugged up the radiator hoses, the heater hoses. But I didn't have a heater in it. And it was, it was fine in the summertime, but I didn't have air conditioning. No heater. So when it was cold, man, it was like cold. And then the air came in all over the place. And I remember one time I had to come home from Christmas from over there, and then I remember it had. Oh no, it was a bench seat. That's right. It had 3 people in the front, but there was split seat. It was a bench seat split, and people had to get in the back and get people in the back and stuff. So there was these 3 guys that they wanted to come home from Arizona back to California. Went to school over there for a year. And then Christmas, we were coming home, and it was freezing cold. I was like, oh man, the heater wasn't working. So I go, well, you know what? I got blankets and I have a sleeping bag. So we all got the front seat with the blanket and sleeping bag and driving, freezing. And then back then the speed limit was, I believe it was 60. 65. No, 50. No, actually, it was 55. Yeah, 55. Some parts it was 65 in Arizona, and we were like flying. I was like, man, I want to get home, and I'm like, it's too damn cold. I don't think there's gonna be a CHP, parked on the side of the road. But it was so damn cold. Just flying, going so fast. Going like about like 70, 80 miles an hour freeway. And then we finally got home, dropped off everybody, and got home, man. It was like, oh man, this thing is freezing cold. And then I remember one time I was coming over there, and then I didn't sleep, and I was like falling asleep. I was, oh man, I'm trying to stay awake. I go, I gotta make it. And it was like, the last part, it was two-lane highway. You're pulling those hairs to just wake up, it's like, and then like almost like the last part of it. I mean, I oh shit, I was off the road. I'm like, oh shit, you know what, I'm gonna just park it and take a little nap. So took a little 10, 15-minute nap, then woke up, made it home safely. But yeah, that was scary, you know. But it's like it's going crazy. You know. That's the worst thing. People think, oh well, drunk driving is the worst. No, actually, not sleeping is even worse because your brain it'll shut down. You think you have your eyes open, your brain shuts down, and you're not even there until you wake up in the middle of the center divide, or you crash or hit something. You know, yeah, it's like yeah, worst thing. Driving while you're sleeping. Best thing is just get 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 a little sleep at least. Let's see. Who's in here? Let's see. Hey, Kit Kat, how's it going? Who else? Let me go to the beginning. Hey, Gary, how's it going, Gary? Hey, Outdoors. Big Matt. Hey, D. Hey, Justin, what's up, man? And I see we got a troll in here. Dang. Those trolls, boy, as long as they give me watch time, Oh, I got some guy, some other one. Just don't click on the dang thing, man. Those, hey, how's it going, Nicole? Hey, Sherry. Yeah, gotta check my mail here. Oh, I just got home here. Hold on. I'll be right back here, guys. See what did I? Oh, no bills, no bills. Good. Let's see. Yeah, almost home here. Yeah, I think it's just you, man. Just you, Sherry. How's it going? What are you up to today? Nothing, nothing.
Hey, Mark. So you finished your live over there? Yeah, I just got home right now. Hey, Todd, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, I just got home from work. Oh, finished there, Mark? Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I just decided to. I did a live this morning when I went to work, and I said I'm just gonna do another live going on the way home. Figured it's a 45 minute to an hour driving home and going to work, so get some watch time. I mean, I still need a bunch of subscribers. I mean, I'm still trying to break 500. Uh, so what you up to, Todd? Anything good? Yeah, that's yeah. You have me as a mod on yours, and here I was trying to mod people. For some reason, it's not working. The other day it worked, but I think only when you're on YouTube you can like click on the person because I'm looking and I see the little dots and I tried to mod and the only thing it says star comment, block user, or put them on timeout. Like for some reason it's not allowing me to. But I might be able to go back because I know I did the other day. If it still shows the the chat afterwards, I can go back in there and make people mods. If so that's the good thing. Well, the other day, I think it might have been, unless it was only on YouTube, because when I was on this is I'm on StreamYard, but when I'm on YouTube Live, I could do it while I was on the live. In fact, because I could touch the chat, and it does, and it would bring up a big like a thing on it, and it was like, oh, okay, and, it was on the screen. See, like right now, it's not on the screen. It's like on the bottom. I got like a little, just a little of my face, but then the chat's real big on the bottom. I think it depends what you do because in the morning, yeah, I can see in the morning I did it different because I think it asks you if you want to do it portrait or the other one, and then I hit the wrong button. Like this time I didn't hit portrait, and I could see the chat. It's bigger on the bottom, but then comments. I can't mod people on here. I think that's where people, how they say, hey, you know what, I can't mod you on here while I'm on the phone. It depends what you set it up as. I figured out. I'm kind of figuring this thing out. It's I'm getting better at it. Oh, I guess Todd just came in and probably hit the like button or something. Let me see if I go sideways here. Let me see what happens here. Yeah, see, I go sideways, but then oh, did I time somebody out? Hope I didn't. No, that just highlights people. Let me see the three dots. Yeah, see, it just says block user, put user in timeout, and star comment. So what does star comment do? No, I guess it's not working. So see, and then I didn't do the. Well, everybody, let's go back this way. All right. Let's see. Go back to the comments. Yeah, I mean, I do get used. I can do it on the laptop. The lives, but then I did do the lives. The first two lives I did, it was YouTube. I didn't do StreamYard. But then the other day I did StreamYard, but I haven't done the StreamYard on the laptop. I'm gonna probably do that also, and then that way I can figure out how to get people on and stuff like that. But it takes time, I guess. Oh, we got what, four people in here now, or four people watching. Oh, scared somebody away. They just hide. Come on, people. Let me see. What do we got? These. Let's see. Get rid of these naughty guys. I think that was it. I think there was only two of them, or the same one of the two. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming. We'll see when I'm live again. Make sure you hit the like button and share and hit the bell. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Maybe you'll like what you see in the videos. You know, it's all your choice. But everybody, have a good day, good afternoon, or good evening. And as Justin said, stay safe out there. Till the next time, bye, everyone.